Edward, man, you are first. How are you, brother? You catch a glimpse of the little live on my lunch? Hey, you think you notice a difference on the yellow teeth? Man, he believed that that's what these guys actually, they can't find a way to insult somebody, so they try to pick on your looks. There's a lot of material that they can pick on here. Let me make sure that I have the right Wi-Fi on, because yeah. Huh. I'm supposed to have. How you doing, Omar? What's going on, brother? Hey, man, we are at 2,800 subscribers. You might be getting a little watch very soon, my friend. I better start working some overtime so I can get you that smartwatch, Omar. Philip, what's going on, brother? How are you? Thanks for joining the chat. We need a lot of love over here. There is a lot of haters out there. You guys know, a lot of haters. Welcome all. I don't know why it's lagging on my screen. I'm not sure if it's lagging on you guys. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Not sure if you guys had a little glimpse of my live here on lunch. But man, I was getting ticked off. I don't know about you guys, but I was getting ticked off. I can't stand, when we see our leaders. Hey, Papsy, how are you? Welcome. I can't stand when we see our leaders, putting down our servicemen. You know what I'm talking about, servicemen, right? Our military. Why would we want to make our military look like they're our enemies? That doesn't make sense to me. Somebody told me, somebody made a comment, I think it was Timothy something, made a comment, and he's like, people get mad at you because you don't have numbers, you don't have stats to show. And I'm like, bro, you see the videos. It doesn't matter if I point you to facts. If you don't want to believe, you're not going to believe. Thank you, Philip. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the support. They say that you can't put water in a cup that's already full. And there's a lot of people out there that they already swear that they know all the facts, that they know all the truth. So what is there to talk about? I don't pretend to know everything. But I want people to question me. I want people to tell me, what do you think? What is this? What is that? And the purpose of the live chat is like, hey, we can find out together. If there's something that I don't know, we can definitely look it up together. And I am more than happy to do that. If you guys been following my lives, that's what we do. So what's crazy is that the moment that I mention God, Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, oh man, they go crazy. They don't know what insults to throw my way. But you know what? I am really happy that, man, it's kind of sucky, but I am very happy. Can we look up new Trump news for today? I was just about to say something. So I'm very happy, and at the same time, it's kind of crappy. Hey, what's up, Titanium? Titanium. ¿Qué pasa, papa? Tiata, welcome back. God backwards is dog. But you know what is backwards dog? God. Oh man, all right. At least we started pretty light. We started pretty light. Jesus is God. He's our Lord. Let's take a look here. So I was going to say, Omar, is Dino Phase. How do you feel about Trump deploying the military in blue cities? Oh, well, I was going to talk about that right now. No. You messed it up, Tiata. You messed it up. So what I was going to say is that it's kind of messed up that Trump gets to be the bad guy. And this is the game. Corrupted Democrat politicians. Now, before we go there, I want to say, number one, thank you guys for the support. I am amazed at the support, at the love that you guys have shown me and given me. It gives me hope that our country can still be great again. And I really mean that, because I have seen this generation almost destroy this country. How you doing, Rush? Aaron, welcome to the chat. Anthony, welcome, Anthony. I haven't heard about the Colombia stuff yet, but man, you guys messed me up. I forgot what I was saying. Let me just go ahead and speak my heart. I am very thankful, guys, that you guys are supporting, because one of the things that we have noticed lately is about 2-point-something million Democrats have support for the Republicans. Not that they're switching the party, but right now they have switched towards what they're okay with what Trump is doing, is what I'm trying to get at. And I always mention on this chat, it's when you come in here on this live chat, I have my MAGA hat on. I love my MAGA people. I love my American patriots. You can have your Joe Biden hat. That's okay. But while we're in here, it has nothing to do with Sleepy Joe. It has nothing to do with Trump. We might talk more garbage about Democrats because they are the ones that have been taken over by communist socialists. You guys know this. And, I feel bad, but at the same time, I don't. Because Donald Trump has been taking the blame for everything. And the numbers show, a lot more of our patriots, Democratic patriots, are waking up. And they're not fools. They're not stupid. They're paying attention. I know they're loyalists, and that's okay. Omar, don't worry about them. Let them say negative stuff. My hello is to everybody, okay? Venezuelans are greeting the American ships with happiness. Absolutely, man. There is a lot of Venezuelan good people out there, but we'll get there. Give me a chance. I think that it's crazy that they keep putting him down, but the one thing that I love about our president, his resilience. See, there's something that if you guys have noticed, right? A lot of people that play the victim, a lot of people that says, oh, I can't move up in the world because the white man, for example, right? Oh, I can't move up in the world because, excuses to why you can't move up in the world. But if there's one thing that Trump has given you is this: even a person with a bad past like us, right? Even an imperfect person like us can be used to lead our country into prosperity, into peace. And Donald Trump may be hated by everybody, and maybe he's not perfect, he's got all these mistakes, he's got this bad history in his life, but if there's one thing that he has is resilience. And nobody can do anything unless they have resilience. See, a lot of people rather complain, oh, the white man, they kick me down. Oh, the white man looks at the brown man this way, the black man. Shut up with this brown, black stuff, man. Stop giving credit to something that doesn't exist. Talking about racism. The people that are racist are the only ones that talk about racism. It's really sad, but that's just what I see. There is some very, very hateful people out there. And I can't believe that these people have a voice in channels like CNN and MSNBC. Wait, No, I can believe that. But I still can't believe that people will say the things that they say. Like in CNN, I just watched this black lady in there talking to the white guy. I can't remember this guy's names, but he's talking to the white guy and he's like, well, he's a racist and, well, you got some privilege. You know what I'm talking about. It's like, how can you be racist, blatantly racist towards white people? Like, you generalizing a whole race, that means racism. I don't understand that. And they get away with it. Not at my house. I will call it out. There's some racist people in CNN and MSNBC. Racist people, and they should be called out for it. If somebody's going to get in trouble, if you're going to go after the KKK, go after CNN. They are racist as F, if you know what I mean. I'm trying to control my anger. I am one angry patriot, I'll tell you that. But I'm trying not to curse as much. I'm trying to let God heal me and try not to curse as much. But I'm telling you, in today's time, I have no patience. I'm just up to here. Like, patience is gone. I'm sick of people mistreating our country, mistreating and disrespecting our military. I mentioned today in lunch, how can you tell the American people that our beautiful, a strong, courageous National Guard are killers and they shouldn't be on the street with the rest of the Americans? It is such a blatant disrespect. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of the 60s. You guys remember when we had the war and those soldiers would come all beat up, some with no legs, no arms. A lot of people died. They come home, and what do they get from the hippies? They get all the disrespect. They get thrown under the bus. They are called the worst things. And let me tell you something. When you see the military in your city, give thanks to God. Give praise to God. That's your military. That is your people. They are there to defend and protect you. Don't let any corrupted politician or any American hater tell you otherwise. Man, I will say this. I feel kind of disappointed when I see some military or ex-military people acting a fool. For example, the mayor of Baltimore. This guy says, I used to be in the military, and I know for sure I don't want the National Guard in my city. What? Because they have no training on how to deal with people. They are killing machines. Well, he probably didn't say that, but the implication was there. And, I would think that the mayor of Baltimore, being that he's been in the military, like if I was in the military, guys, it's a shame I didn't get, excuse me, they wouldn't take me. I don't know why. They wouldn't take me in the army. I was going to join the army, the Jarheads. I was going to join, I was going to march, and they told me that because of my feet, I couldn't serve. Now, I could have gone somewhere else, but Navy, I get seasick. Air Force, I didn't think I was smart enough to go there. I mean, excuse after excuse, yes, and I am sorry for that. But after I heard that I couldn't join the Army, I kind of gave up on it. And thankfully for me, there wasn't mandatory. If it was mandatory, I'm sure they would have taken my handicapped butt as a last resort. But the point is that whenever I see military, guys, not everybody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. But when I say military, I want to salute them, even though I'm a civilian. I don't get to salute. But, man, I get to cheer for them. I get to say thank you so much for everything you sacrifice for us. When there is a war, when there's a humanitarian issue, National Guard is there. National Guard is the Army. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is a lot of things that they do for this country, and people don't give them credit for it. How do you look? Let me tell you this. for the 250th anniversary for the military. I can tell you how disappointed I was that this, and if you were in this march, I am sorry, but you let us down. They were over there protesting, no king protest. They took out all the veterans, all the old people that they don't know what's going on anymore in the world. They were over there protesting, and in the meantime, the people that sacrifice their life, the ones that get their arms blown off, the ones that lose their legs, these people that sacrifice their life, they don't even get one thank you from any of these protesters. Not one. And all they did was make a big deal about, oh, Donald Trump for his birthday. Guess what? It was for my birthday as well. Now what? Huh? Now what? But I will tell you this. I was cheering the military, the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, all the soldiers that were marching, showing off some of the equipment, some of the drones flying and everything. What a proudful moment. And those people missed out on being part of the most beautiful celebration. 250 years. When are we going to have another 250? Never. We won't be alive. You guys missed the opportunity to show how grateful you are to our military, to our servicemen, to your cousins, to your uncles, to your fathers, to your mothers, to your sisters, to your brothers, to your families in the military. Even if you don't talk with them, being in service, you might think it's easy. Oh, you know, he's a veteran, but he never got deployed. He never went to war. It is a sacrifice enough to leave your family when you don't have to. You leave your family and you go through hardships with the rest of your new family, your military family. Whatever that department would be, that is your family. And they make a sacrifice and they choose to save your butt over spending time with their family. That's what I think of my military service people. They are out there while you over there sipping on some Kool-Aid. They are out there in the desert with a 50-pound bag marching to keep an eye out for what's going on in the world so that you can sleep nice and sound. Safe and sound. I think it's a disgrace when I hear mayors and governors talking bad about our military. I'm going to read some comments in a little bit. Be patient. I love your support because for a while, a long time, I was losing hope about this country. I see it going down the drain. I live in a blue state, not city, state. 8 blue seats, 2 red seats. And we're going to talk about red states that are corrupted. And you're not going to like the answer. Well, most of us will. But some of you will not like the answer. You guys claim violence and criminals in red states. I'm about to clarify something for you. But first, let me tell you, that red, white, and blue behind me that you see there, it's the most beautiful flag in the world. You know how many people died to make sure that flag was standing in battle? Especially Civil War, especially when we had to fight the British, especially when we made to war in France. Our soldiers were keeping that flag up. That's our pride. And many died holding on to that flag. Most beautiful flag in the world. And I was born in Honduras, and I love the flag from Honduras. I think it's the second greatest flag. You know why? Because Honduras is the only flag that selflessly includes the other 4 countries in Central America. That's why I love that flag. Let me show you. This is the Honduras flag. Honduras is in the middle. Salvador, Guatemala, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica. Only the Honduras flags includes other countries. And you know what else? the United States of America is one of the very few countries that the whole world depends on. And that's a fact. Right now, we're over there in Venezuela. Somebody told me we're over there in Colombia. We are going to be going to Mexico. We're not going to Mexico. We're just going to fly up and drop some stuff down. But I'm going to tell you something. Be grateful that we have the most powerful military force on earth. And it's ours. It's ours. You know what I've said for decades? I said, what the hell do we have a National Guard for? Why do we have a National Guard? For what? Gangbangers go ramping, causing violence, destroying, killing. There's not enough police. They're peace officers. There's not enough police on any criminal-ridden cities. So here we are. We get a chance to have our beautiful, strong National Guard, which, by the way, you might think is nothing. But these beautiful, strong, courageous soldiers, men and women that we have out there, they can get shot just like our beautiful, strong police officers. Officers lose their lives all the time to criminals. Why? To go protect you. So you respect and honor the police in your city, in your community, in your state. Stop making them look like criminals. Let me tell you something. I'm not reading comments on here, but I can see a couple of them, and they're not nice comments. I said this on my live during my lunch, which is the way I didn't get to eat, and it's fine, I feel good. But I said it. I am very, what's the word in English? Not worried. I guess worried would be the best word that I can use. I am worried for the next generation. This generation, just imagine how this generation of youth that we have today, 12 to 17, this generation that we have, just look what they're doing. We got these yummies over there in Chicago. They open the backpack and there's like 5 different guns in there with extended mags. They go on the street. There's no challenges. There's no police. They're out there with semi-automatic, automatic weapons. Where do they get this? And then when us, the law-abiding citizens, decide to get a gun, they want to make it so impossible for us to get it and to keep it and to have our Second Amendment. But these corrupted Democratic politicians, they allow our military to be disrespected, and they also disrespect our military. I'm going to finish about the military with this, and I'm sure I'm going to talk about it some more. We got an hour and a half to go on this. I love the military. I am not a hypocrite that I'm going to wait until I'm almost losing my life to say, oh my God, it's so good to see an American soldier. You know how many people throughout the world say that when they have been oppressed by their corrupted, tyrannical government, like real tyrannical, real dictatorship, real king, as some people call it. When they see an American soldier, they know they're going to help them. Oh my gosh, I'm going to get emotional. I love the military, period. Look at the Palestinians in Gaza. When they see Israeli soldiers or American soldiers, they are so happy to see them because they know that they're not there to cause harm to them. These people live in war, and so when they see, listen to this, listen, when the third world countries that are being hurt, they see the military from the United States of America, and the first thing that comes out of their mouth is not what the mayors and governors have been saying about our military. They don't say they're machine killers, they're killers. No, they say, thank you so much for coming. We're so happy that you're here. We are blessed because they know that the United States of America is not a terrorist group. In the meantime, Hamas tortures their own people, kills their own people. They steal the food. They take all the rations away from the people that are starving. Now, they're not starving to death. They are very hungry because they have small food. But all these fake videos that you see out there, how the hell do you have a kid dying of hunger and the mom is fat? I don't know. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe the mom is eating all the food. That's all I can think about. How do you have a kid that looks horribly anorexic and the brother looks like he just pumped some iron? It doesn't make sense. But the flag behind me, that stands for hope. I don't care if you don't like my flag. I love my flag. That's my new flag. I wear both. I wear both of my flags. Thank you, Titanium. I think it's so funny when I see people. I'm saying the best things about the United States of America, our military, and how people are grateful and thankful to see us over there in their countries. But here in our country, we got ungrateful, entitled, shouldn't be Americans, talking bad about our flag, talking bad about our president, talking bad about democracy when they're the ones destroying democracy. I am very excited that Donald Trump has the National Guard in D.C. Hundreds, if not thousands of people have come to say thank you so much. They finally see some peace in their city. You know, they ask the mayor, is it the governor? Who's that? What's that guy's name? Let me take a look and see if it's the governor. Let's see, governor. I think it's the governor. Let me see. I don't know if I'm right. Let me see. No, it's the mayor. The governor is that fat guy that needs to go on a diet with me. J.B. Pritzker is the governor. What a loser. The mayor of Illinois. Let me find it. The mayor of Chicago, sorry. Illinois is the state. For some of you that don't know, even though you're Americans, you probably don't know that Chicago is not a state, it's a city. And that's why I had to correct myself. This guy, CNN. I know CNN is horrible. They lied a lot. But I think some of them are coming around. They're coming around. Just like over 2 million. I am so proud of Americans. I am so proud of American patriots. I know that they are still Democrats, but they are patriots first, and they are supporting what Donald Trump is doing. Whether you like it or not, let me drop some numbers for you. 64% approval rating. It has just gone up for Donald Trump. Ain't that awesome? For all of you guys talking smack, that's okay. You know what other number is great? 0 deaths in D.C. 0. 12 days and counting. Now, the guy in CNN asked the Mayor Johnson of Chicago, the one that replaced Beetlejuice. You guys remember that? Man, she was horrible, but this guy, DEI needs to be destroyed. That's been the worst thing anybody has come up with. Because these people are getting more and more retarded. No offense to my, disabled people out there with, they got some issues working things out. I'm a little retarded sometimes. But they ask him, he's like, okay, we heard what you said. What are you going to do to stop this crime? 2 things are coming your way right now. 2 things are coming your way. He says, oh, well, we got these programs and we're trying to do this and we're going to fight as hard as we can. So far they haven't fought anything. right? But we're going to fight as hard as we can, and that's how we're going to beat crime. Okay? That sounds very good, very good, very good. But would 5,000 police officers help you accomplish that? Well, let me tell you something. And he goes about his fake information. Thank you, Cowboy, for the chat. Trump banned flag burning, justified? Golly, yes. Yes. Let me tell you why. I'm going to tell you why, okay? I don't know if you're with me or against me. But hold on. Hold that thought. I want to hold the chat real quick. Okay. He goes and says, so they ask him, will 5,000 police officers help you, control the crime and bring peace back? I think more affordable housing can help. Guys, I'm not making it up. That's his answer. Affordable housing, he says, is going to fix crime. Because these little yummies that are out there killing people because they know that they don't get trial as adults, they're out there killing people in affordable housing communities. I'm going to leave that right there. This guy is the problem in Chicago. And I don't just blame him. I blame anybody that plays the victimhood, that plays the racist card when they are in control of their children. And it's their children going out there with guns. Don't hate the man that's trying to help bring order, law and order, and peace to our country. Go spank some kids. Go spank yourself if you're the parent. Man, I will have the attorney general over there making some rules. Let the parents go to jail for some time if the kids don't behave. They got to be punished somehow because apparently they cannot be parents. Now, that might not be the way to go about it. I just don't know right now off the top of my head how we can stop these parents from letting their kids go out there. Yeah, the racist card. You know what? You know why I use that? Because there's a lot of, not all, there's a lot of black people that play the racist card that they're being oppressed and the white man is bad and the whole neighborhood is just black people. You know what the excuse is for the high crime in the black neighborhood? Guess what the excuse is? Well, it looks like crime is only made by black guys because, well, there's not many white people there. What? Are you kidding me? If there's no white people, the white man is what's keeping you down. They're the ones that oppress you. They're the ones that take your chances away. But there's no white people now. And crime is like crazy amongst blacks. But the white man's still the trouble? The white man's still the problem? How is it possible? If it's all black people, it should be the most peaceful place on earth. But no, it is in their nature to self-destruct. They have no education. And I want to be very clear. It's not all black people. I'm talking about the ones that are in criminal activities. All this, I don't care what you say about gangster rap. That is the most corrupted type of music for the black communities. They talk about offing each other. They talk about women like there's just some piece of meat that you can just grab and throw away. 10, 12 kids. They don't care about being parents. Their mothers don't care. They get more welfare. And they just hope as they get older, hey, well, you know what? Forget school. Go rob a store. Go get me some quick money. Go sell some drugs. This is the example that these poor kids get. And you know how they say? I tell my kids, listen, when you are out there in the world, and I'm sorry if I sound like I'm screaming, I'm very passionate and I got ADD, ADHD, and I'm going to play the victimhood card right now. I'm a victim of ADD, ADHD, guys, and I can't control it, so put up with it. I tell my kids, when you are out there on the street, you represent me. Now, do you want daddy to look like a bad guy? No, daddy. Okay, even if I can't see you, when you go out there, remember, you represent me, so be the best that you can, all right? And the same thing happens when the kids that are out there with guns, bad mouth, and this, and that, and, kill an N, I'm an N, shoot an N, right? I'm trying not to say the word, you know what I'm talking about, right? They're out there, they're rebellious, they got no respect for the law, they don't care about anybody, they beat up old senior people in wheelchairs and people that walking with a cane, they don't care. Guess what? That's what their parents are like. And that's why I say I worry about the next generation, because this one is a piece of junk. Now, back to your question, cowboy. One of the things that has pissed me off for the longest time, and I have never been able to understand why any American, it's okay with this kind of shit. Our soldiers, patriots, have died to raise the flag. Thousands and hundreds of thousands of soldiers died to raise that flag, to keep this country free. And you guys go out there and burn the American flag? I think Donald Trump went too soft. How dare you use burning of our almost sacred flag? It's a freedom of speech. How retarded are you that you can't use your words? Draw a picture of the flag and burn that. But don't flag the cloth flag. You might make fun of my little black flag of the American flag. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean racist. I know what the colors are. No, I am a little too soft. I would have been, no, Trump is too soft. I would have put a fine of $10,000 plus 5 years in jail. Funk that. You're not going to come and burn the American flag and raise your other country's flag. That's a sign of invasion. I see these idiot Americans out there with the Palestinian flag, and they don't even know that Hamas is the actual terrorist group that hates the Palestinians. They hate their own people. Palestinians are like Democrat corrupted politicians. They don't care how many American people get killed, get damaged, get hurt, as long as they hurt Donald Trump. And many of you, not on this chat, but maybe somebody else is going to watch. Okay, let's just say the guys that are talking negative. Many of you are guilty of that. It's your fault. I'm going to tell you something, though. You guys already lost one civil war. And that wasn't with the Second Amendment. Now we got the Second Amendment. Don't think you'll be the only ones out there. If that thing ever breaks down, we're going to clean up this country. JD34, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Such a white trooper. Oh, I mean, such a trooper. Let's see. Switch. When YouTube looks at my stream, they know that I'm not racist. But nice try, communist Marxist. You think I don't know you guys' tactics? You know what they teach communists and Marxists? Tell a lie and repeat it over and over and over again until you believe it. And do the same out in public. This is why you morons are out there calling people bigots, racist, Nazis. You use the same words over and over and over. And I'm going to tell you something. Instead of you trying to find some happiness and joy in your life, the devil is using you to destroy yourself, because they put those words in your mouth and all it does is bring hate into your soul. You're self-destructing by following that teaching. You see, I believe this is still a Christian country, whether people like it or not. This is not a Muslim country, which, by the way, Muslims want to take over this country. This is why they bring a lot of illegal immigrants and they make them vote, especially on the cities where the population is not that many. That's how Ilhan Omar got in office. Over here in Seattle, where they're a bunch of idiots, they'll support anything that that is not for this country. They protect illegal immigrants more than anything else. Illegal immigrants and LGBTQ. But they don't care about American citizens. They don't care about Washingtonians. They just don't care. Hey, Sloppy, what's going on, baby? That's right, Katian. And you are in that list. We don't care. Mexican president today says, she announces that crime is 70% down. Guys, I said this on my lunch today. 70% down crime. There's hundreds of thousands of jobs being created. Everybody, get the hell out of the United States. Let's go to Mexico. Woohoo! And Mexico is where you can raise your flag. Woo! Raise the Honduras flag over there. They love Honduras, don't they? Oh yeah, they love Salvadorians. They love Guatemalan. Mexican people, they love all kind of Central American people there. Go try it. There's plenty of work. Beautiful Mexico. Crime is down 70%, guys. 70% crime is down. It reminds me of these fools lying on the numbers for crimes committed in Chicago. Oh, crime is down 25%. Make that 28. Okay, no, right, 38%. That's how they do the numbers. They lie. That Mayor Johnson of Chicago, this fool thinks that by having more affordable housing, he's going to get rid of crime. Yeah, because that's exactly what they need. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they should get a lot more white people in there and just kind of even it out, and maybe the crime will go down. Nah, forget I said that. I don't want to put white people's lives in jeopardy. But man, it gets to me. And I feel bad because there's actually a lot of black people out there that are pissed off at them as well. Because they have been so irresponsible, so disrespectful to this country, and yet they keep defending criminals. I don't get it. Like, how many people have to die before you give a damn? You know, I don't understand why some Americans are so self-destructive. As a matter of fact, you know what? I want to tell you something. I think that people think there is more illegal Hispanics here on this country more than legal ones. But you know what I think? I think there is a lot of illegal black people than actual American black people. And that's the problem. We have a lot of guys that come here acting violent like they do over there in their country. You know how I know that they're not black Americans? Their accent is worse than mine. You know what I'm talking about. That's right. Heavy-ass accent, not American accent. It's not the black American. It's foreigners. People that come from all the countries that have black people. Not like my Gambian friend. That 6'8" motherfucker is more American than any of you born Americans in this country is. That guy has so much respect for this country and the military. Love that guy. I wish that these people in here trying to cause problems will have a quarter of patriotism in my Gambian American friend. These guys think we're dumb. You got black people from Honduras, you got black people from Cuba, you got black people from Dominican Republic, and you got that from Jamaica, and how many countries in Africa that have black people? All of them. They all come here, and then they get mingled, and and nobody recognizes it. They're blacks, and nobody knows the difference. The Haitians, they're out there. People just think, oh, it's just some black guys from the neighborhood. But then you have the blacks that they know that they're Haitian, that they're out there protesting them. What are you doing here? Get out of my country. Like, I think it's funny because most people just think, oh, they're just oppressing the black man. Remember from slavery times, the black man from slavery times? Man, those people don't even exist. If they do, they're very few. I can't believe people still fall for that. When you say that a black man doesn't have an opportunity in this country, you're saying they are not American. When I say American, it doesn't mean white people. But you people, you know who you are. If the shoe fits, wear it. You guys are so prejudiced. You guys are so hateful. You can't stand to see an American person get up and be successful. It doesn't matter what ethnicity that American is. The only thing that you should care about is that they are American, period. That's the way you should see life, and every American in here. If you don't see it that way, guess what the problem is? Whoever, they say 4 fingers are pointing back at me, you're the problem. There you go. I got to give you the whole 5 fingers that way. America is from Canada and South America. Oh my God, are we going to go again with this? Okay, you know what? I believe it. A lot of Americans are very ignorant with geography, with history. I get it. My geography is very limited as it is. I get it. I don't know everything in geography. I don't know everything on history. But let's go all the way back to where only natives were roaming these Americas. Before the European, before even the Vikings came over here. Nobody acknowledges the Vikings. Poor guys. They should get credit for all the pillaging and the raping that they did back in the day. Before then, natives practicing witchcraft here in the States. Before then, Mayans were killing our own people to some god. Aztecs were decapitating people. Incas were over there killing each other with some drugs and then worshiping false gods. Every native Indian in this whole continent of America has some horrible, horrible history. And we don't want to repeat it. So when I say be thankful about the history in this country, I don't say be happy of the atrocities. Be thankful because today, not thanks to you people hating this country, this is the greatest country on earth. And it doesn't have the most powerful military force on earth because of you people. It's because of American patriots. And only because of American patriots, the black man is a free man today. Only because of American patriots, a lot of the people that were under the oppression of the Mexican government are now Americans and can reap the benefits that we won the Mexican-American War. Oh, that hurt, doesn't it? That hurts. Casey said, what do you mean, you people? Reminds me of that quote from the movie Tropical Thunder. What do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people? I gotta say, that's the only funny part of the whole freaking movie, by the way. Pick up a book. Yeah, you know what, you're right. Why don't we pick up a book? Let's pick up this book. Yeah. Why don't you pick that up and read it as well? Yeah, do that. Matter of fact, why don't you go grab a high school American history book? Go grab a world history book, will you? You need one? Here. I liked American history in high school so much, I bought it. Why don't you go get one of these and come back and talk to me? Now what? Go ahead, say something. I'll give you guys some time. Here's another one. I recommend this for you guys that don't know anything about slavery and our military, our Navy force. What else you want? You want the Bible? You want the Quran? What else do I got here? Oh man, this one. Look at that. This day in history. You see that right there? You see that flag? They don't let it burn. You see how they sacrificing their lives to raise that flag in there? That's what I see. A lot of dead soldiers. People think it's old wood. No. Man, no. Oh. Knowledge, it's power. Get some. A lot of you guys over here making fun of my accent, you don't even speak English that good either. So go ahead. Just 4 little books that I showed you. Go read those and come back and talk to me. All right, let's read some comments here. Tank has no idea what the hell he's talking about. All right, I'm gonna read some comments, see what happens here. Let's see. All right, Chess says, only if you see it. I don't know, I missed it. I don't know what the heck that was. Grande Cafe says, show us your green card. I'll do something better. Hold on. You know what this is? Nah, you probably don't, because you're probably illegal. But that's an American passport, my friend. And no, it's not my friend's, it's mine. Ah, man, I love you people. The challenge, I love it. Tag says you're not American, Herrera. Okay. David says, bro, you're good. David, you are good. Juan Oviedo, you got no education. Yeah, I know. I'm so uneducated, guys. Much love to you, though. I'll tell you what, I'm going to try harder to read some more books. All right? Much love for you. Much love for you. Kevin says, hey, Dennis, new to your channel. I appreciate. Kevin, thank you so much, man. See, that's what I'm talking about. This is what the real Americans sound like. And let me tell you why I think that's what the real American sounds like. I mentioned this on my lives before. And it's because the American people, it doesn't matter what color it comes to your mind when you hear American. I see everybody that is an American citizen. That's the American people. Anthony, stop hitting on me, man. I'm going to blush. It's going to make me blush over here on TV, on live. American people go out throughout the world selflessly sacrificing their own lives to help others. That's the American spirit. You know, there's a lot of white Christians that got killed in Africa. It's a bad place over there where they went. But they did it because they wanted to help the people. They didn't go over there to cause problems. They wanted to help. A lot of them humanitarian. There's a lot of history in the Congo and all this, man, with these revolutionaries. Not the revolutionaries. What do you call those guys? They're not like a real army, but they are military. I don't know what they're called. Escapes my mind right now. Let me see. You don't sound American to me, says Damien. Damien, what does American sound to you? Does it sound like the South, from the North, the East, the West? What does American sound to you? Do they sound Hawaiian? Because Hawaiians are also Americans. Do you know that? What does people from the Mississippi sound like to you, Mr. American accent expert? I serve the military to protect Americans, not paisas like you. Not everybody that serves in the militaries are patriots. Now, I thank you for your service, but you're probably full of shit, because I refuse to believe an American patriot will talk like that. Andrew says, read my comment. What the hell are you talking about? Too scared of what? This guy. I got thousands of comments, sir. I don't have time to make you special. Somebody made a chat, and I got to see that one because it comes out big. Everybody else, just wait. If I get to your comment, come on, be thankful. And if I get to your comment, let it be a good one. Don't waste it with an insult. That's just a waste. JD, what's up, brother? I think I've seen a couple of times your name in there, but well, don't type it 500 times, bro. You start spamming, and Trinity's gonna take you out. Trinity is my patriot sister from another state. Lovely person, has a lot of knowledge. Hello, JD. Sorry, brother, I missed the comment. And guys, to everybody that has joined this chat, I apologize. Welcome to the chat. You are more than welcome to ask a question. You are more than free. Acting like you don't. See, I read 3 of your comments and you wasted it. You're like that broad that comes over asking a question, and then the guy that moderates start talking, and she's like, can you let me talk? And the guy says, yeah, okay, go ahead. And then instead of talking, oh, every time I talk, you're going to say something. See, and you're doing it. Right now, I was going to say something, and then you're doing this face. Like, what? That's what you sound like. That's you. That's a nice name. I can't think of any other name. There was another one that starts with B, but I don't think you want that one. All right, Chess. Peace, brother. Keep fighting your fight. Hey, Chess, thank you, brother. I appreciate your love. God bless you, my man. Let's see. Now's your chance, man. I'm trying to read your comments. How patriotic are you, Herrera? We know you have family here illegally. There might be some cousins. There might be some cousins, maybe some nephews, maybe some niece. But not that I'm aware of. Kevin, Dennis, new here. Appreciate you very much. 100% American. Thank you, Kevin. I will take that welcome. Thank you so much, brother. I love you for that. You know, you can either get love from me or some education. Tim says he is a piece of ass. Sad cult member. Casey is a sad cult member. We don't want cult members in here. Okay, so Casey, you gotta go. You look like the dude I used to do cocaine with. Hey man, I never done drugs like that, bro. Calm down, SA. Let's see. That is funny, basic. Rusty, that was funny. All right, you advocated to jail Americans and for the military to be on our streets. Advocate for jailed Americans? Not sure about that one. That's anti-American. Explain yourself. All right, you must not have been here when I said everything about the our American military. I believe illegals have to be deported, my friend. As much as I love just everybody. But if you're illegal, you got to go. And I have seen a lot of situations where maybe it's an American born here, naturalized, or whatever. And you know what they're doing? They're slashing tires. They're throwing bricks. They're trying to kill our ICE agents, which do a great job, by the way. I don't tolerate that. I don't care if you are the newest or the oldest American citizen. You're a criminal, your ass goes to jail. This is a country of law and order will be maintained. And the law will be respected, not broken. I believe my soldier patriot over here knows that. You should know that. Am I right? Am I right, Damien? Do you want just illegal people in this country? You want migrants that respect the law? You want migrants that love this country and its people? Is that what you want, Damien? Come on, soldier. Say something for your people. What's going on, Philip? Oh, I see what you mean. Because of burning the flag? I have that big F-bomb to drop on you if you burn the American flag. Can't stand that shit. It's the most disrespect that you can show our nation. Number two, if you burn the American flag and you're raising the Mexican flag over my flag, that's an invasion. And you should be treated as a freaking soldier that tries to invade our country, and you should be shot. Any other questions you have on that? I have a recording. Bitch, you can play this video anytime. You come to the United States. Guys, why are you so disrespectful against the United States of America and its citizens? I don't understand. A country of law and order, if we want law and order, then we need to clean house with Congress. AF, I am with you 100%, bro. I am with you. But people are not going to like it. You know what? It doesn't matter what we do. People are not going to want, if they don't love our country, they'll never show respect. If they don't love Americans, they will never show respect. Man, that's just me. 20 years, maybe 50 years. I'll give you life for burning my American flag. Go try to burn the Mexican flag in Mexico and see what they do to you. You will lose your virginity in that jail, I'll tell you that. Oh, man. Which Omar? There's an Omar in here that is my friend. So, no, not just any Omar. It has to be a bad Omar. The Omar I know is a very good guy. Renee says, I like the way how tall is cabinet in the round table there. That was great. Renee, what the heck? Nachel says, but not voting for a essay? What is that? Nachel. I don't know what the question was. I think Omar, I thought he was in here. No, he was in here at first, but I think he left, Trinity. Flag burning is protected right granted by the Constitution. Not anymore, sucker. You can burn any flag in the world except for the Israel flag and the American flag. How's that? Let me ask you something. Can I burn the LGBTQ flag? I know the answer, and tell me why. Go ahead, Andrew. You're the one that's over here burning flags. Tell me, can you burn the LGBTQ flag, and why? I'm going to wait for your comment. I'll be patient this time. Andrew, go ahead, Andrew. Don't be a snob. I was a kid when my mom brought me here. Thanks for asking, JD. I'm waiting for Andrew. I think he backed out. He chickened out on that one. Happens a lot, to be honest. You did answer. You confirmed you wanted to jail Americans for their constitutional rights. That's not a right. Freedom of speech is not a right. Well, actually, it is. Burning the flag is not a freedom of speech that I support. You're going to tell me that you are as ignorant as you type, that you think burning the American flag is the right way to use your freedom of speech. Did I get that right? Right now, anybody burning the American flag is one year in jail. It has been signed by the president, an executive order. I don't make the rules, my friend. And Manny Guapo, you can say whatever the hell you want, but you go to jail for a year if you get caught. 20 years is what I was exaggerating, making a point that Trump only said 1 year. Freedom not controlled by a king. Oh, that you defend? But everything else in the Constitution you don't? That freedom you defend, but you don't protect the immigration laws? That freedom you defend, but you don't protect the rights of the American people? That freedom you defend, but you don't defend the freedom of the American people? Right, 100% unconstitutional. Stop talking about Constitution when you don't follow it. You don't get to pick which part of the Constitution is good for you, sir. You got to take all of it. And the Constitution was made for American citizens. We, the people, is not illegal immigrants. We, the people, is not resident green card holders. We, the people, are American citizens. People that can make a change in this country. People that can vote. And I got the right to vote, sir. Manny, just because you don't have a green card, bro, doesn't mean you got to hate on me, man. I love America. I don't think I'm American. I am American. Because I act American. You act like you're a person that hates America, and therefore you're not American. I'm the one that defends our military forces. I'm the one that respects our president. I respect our laws. Who's more American? The one that likes to burn the flag or the one that wants to defend it? You go ahead. I got two different definitions for American. You want to quote the Constitution to me. Oh, it's unconstitutional. It's freedom of speech. And what do you do when there's a Christian trying to preach the message out there on an LGBTQ meeting at a park, at a public park at that? What do? Do you go over there and be like, hey, guys, let them talk. It's the freedom of speech. I bet you that you don't. I bet you that you don't. Just saying it like it is. Like if you're gonna point your finger at me, you better have something good. If you're gonna preach, don't bring me a scripture. You better know your Bible. Don't tell me something is right or wrong with a scripture or a line, or tell me that you follow the law when you only follow the law that you like to follow. That is not the same thing. Immigrants respect the law. I agree. Legal immigrants already disrespected it. There's no way they respect it. As long as they are in this country illegally, they are disrespecting the law. Grank, you probably don't know this, but in order for you to be able to work, it doesn't matter how hard of a worker you are. In order for you to work, you have to have permission, authorization to work. And guess what? Illegals don't get authorization to work. If immigrants come here with a permission to work visa, I get it. I'm with you. I'm on your side. But as far as saying illegal immigrants respect the law, as long as they are here illegally, that's a lie. Manny, you're illegal, huh? I get it. That's why you're mad at me. Don't get mad, bro. Just behave. Don't be a drunk. Don't be a wife beater. Don't break the law, the criminal law. Stay clean, and maybe, just maybe, some woman is going to love you that has papers, and you might get them. But if you have a criminal background, it doesn't matter who you marry. You can marry the ugliest American pig, and you still won't get a green card, and you will get deported. That's a fact. Manny Guapo says he's definitely born here. Was your parents legal when you were born here? Yeah, my mother brought me here legally. That's the difference, JD. The word is legally. Don't forget that. Whenever you guys want to say something, use the word legal or illegal. I don't know why it's so hard for these people to understand this. All I'm saying is, when you're in this country, you respect Americans. You respect the law. If you allow others to break the law and you support it, you are breaking the law yourself. You can't. Why, if you guys hate the United States so bad, guys, why are you here? Why are you here? I mean, it's a rhetorical question. I know you guys are jerks and you want to destroy this country, but what makes you be that way? Don't you want to be successful? Don't you want to be prosperous? Don't you want to be loved? It's like you guys are looking for someone to dislike you for some reason. I don't understand. Treat this nation as if you are a guest in someone's home. And you know what? I hear that from so many Mexicans. And what's crazy is this, Trinity, is that the Mexicans that talk this way are actually legal Mexicans in this country. They're actually Mexican American now because they were born in Mexico, but now they're naturalized like I was. Those are the kind of migrants that we want. Believe me, I know the Juanita, the Maria, I know the Pedro, the Juan. I know the guys, the people that are nice and they should be with the green card by now. But because of people like you that support illegal immigrants, those people haven't got their chance. And some of them are getting deported because of all the illegal immigration, the mass illegal immigration that came here. Marvin says, what did you say, Marvin? Dennis in the cartel. This is all an act, 100. You're not slick, sir. Yeah, no. Andrew says, I'm a Republican American. Right. And I am Mary Poppins. You want to change my freedoms? No, 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 no. How about this? Appreciate your freedom and be responsible with your freedom. Protecting the flag from being burned should be your first responsibility as an American Republican. Burning the flag, that's the opposite of what you just said. I don't know, call me a fool, but I think it's patriotic to want the American flag to not be burnt. The freedom that they are enjoying right now, saying everything that they want. That's right. That's right, Anthony. The perfect flag. Manny, if you have nothing to fear, it doesn't matter what the government questions. I am as clean as a whistle and you are just, I don't know, what can I tell you? If you can accept it, that's all right. But moving on, because you guys will never understand. I am looking forward to seeing Gavin Newsom run for president. I think him and Jasmine Crockett are going to be the perfect ticket. Mark my words. They are the perfect ticket. I support them 100%. I just won't vote for them, obviously, but I support them running for president and vice president. Now, J.D. Vance and Rubio, hopefully, if he doesn't want to run for vice president, I will be very happy with J.D. Vance and Vice President Tulsi Gabbard. That's my lady right there. If there is a female that can be president in the United States of America in 2028, it'll be Tulsi Gabbard. That's just me. Hey, don't be hating me because I support women. I think women are equal. But J.D. Vance is going to be your next president, so you better get used to it. People don't like that. Mayor Johnson doesn't want the National Guard in Chicago. And you know why? Because as soon as we go there and we fix Chicago, guess who's going to get the credit for it? Republicans and Trump. Oh, man. That kills all these liberal people out here. I don't know why. We're all part of the same. Chismoso, what do you think about the state of emergency? When you're having a record of 700 average deaths of innocent people a year, I will call that an emergency. I am down for martial law. And you know why? Because there's way too many kids out there that didn't get discipline or love, for that matter. And I think that that's the only way that we can take control back. See, I'm not afraid of the National Guard doing that because I've seen the criminal activities that happen when there's not enough police officers. For example, over here in Seattle, Bob Ferguson didn't want the National Guard to come here, okay? Now, it happened before, and they took over the precinct. The police officers, they all got their butts kicked because the governor that we had back then was a loser Inslee. He decided to say no to Donald Trump sending the National Guard. This was under Trump's first time as president. The chief of police got kicked out out of her own police department. Can you believe that? They actually took over a few blocks of downtown Seattle. And you couldn't go in there. You're a free citizen. It doesn't matter if you were like who was the guy's name? I missed it. The patriot over here that believes burning the American flag is a perfectly good thing to use as a freedom of speech. I never like it. I just don't like it. Don't burn my American flag, please. It irks me, man. Do you know that there has been a state of emergency since Lincoln, right? Why? Why is that, JD? Just tennis, it starts at home. Dad and mom does not do their job. I understand, 100%. I'm just, I make this comment because it looks like some people don't get it, but I think most Americans do. Most Americans do. What you say? I don't know what you're saying. Edward, I stopped in Seattle for 5 minutes and was offered weed. I believe you, man. I believe you. I believe you. Marvin says, Dennis in Seattle tricking with all the prostitutes. Come on, man. Be nice to women, will you? Stop degrading women. Women are wonderful. You know what gets to me, Andrew? That you are so lasered in that burning the American flag, it's your freedom of speech. That's what's wrong in America. That's what's wrong in America. And I'm going to tell you something. People like you, man, they give that freedom of speech a bad name, bro. Bad name. Bad name. Why don't you find something else for your freedom of speech? Why does it got to be burning the American flag? That's the point, Marvin. I don't understand what his point is, that just because he has a freedom of speech, he thinks he can burn the flag. Kermit. Damien Dupont, Inner Blue Cities. Have you been to southern states? Red southern states? Is that what you're saying? Red? Rush, I've been saying it, but they don't get it. They don't get it. They think burning the American flag is the best way to freedom of speech. I think it's an act of hate towards our country, and that's not freedom of speech. Hate is not your freedom of speech. You never answered when I told you, would you burn the LGBTQ flag, and why? Use your freedom of speech. Go ahead. Would you burn the LGBTQ flag? Say it right here. I can see it. Kermit, I'll say it for Dennis. Some women are... Thank you, Trinity. Especially those who seek to undermine our nation. Yeah, I agree. Andrew, tell me. I still want to know. Now, you better never burn the flag. Now I believe that you're an American Republican. But you try to fight me with something that I will never acknowledge that it's okay to do. And I'm glad. Thank you for saying that. I'm glad that you said that. Yeah, but isn't that the shittiest way to show your freedom? Because I think it shows hate for this country. That's no longer freedom of speech. Hate speech is not protected under freedom of speech, last time I checked. I could be wrong. Because cute little lamb, Trump is not committing any crimes. Hasn't committed any crimes. Trinity answers for you. Burning an LGBTQ flag would be prosecuted as hate crime in blue sanctuary cities. And that is exactly how I see the American flag. This is the same reason why you cannot burn the Israel flag. Same reason, same scenario. So what we're saying is, use something else as your freedom of speech, but stop burning the American flag. If you hate this country, you shouldn't be in it. And that is my point. I'm glad that you clarify that. JD says you're not ready for that info. I agree. I don't think Alligator Alcatraz is getting shut down anytime soon. If anything, cute little lamb, you might have to join. Go check out the scenery. I heard the water is nice and warm. Ronald Johnson says, burn the alphabet. No, we don't want to burn flags. Any flags. Even if it's our most hated terrorist flags, we don't want to burn them. That's not what we do. I don't know, man. I just will never agree with you on that. I got co-workers that don't agree with that either. So it's okay if we disagree. So we'll agree to disagree. If you burn my American flag, you're not an American. Anthony, I agree 100%. The repeal of the Obama judge will stand, says Rush Babe. Fantastic. Marvin says, use your right to peacefully assemble. There you go. That's a good right. You can protest. You know, you can put whatever signs you want. You can say anything you want. That is your right. Let's see. Oye, carnal, leave the others alone. Focus with me by ordering a state of emergency. They can suspend the habeas corpus. Oh, that's what you get into. I thought you were saying something different. My bad, JD. Yeah. I know what you're saying. My bad. I misunderstood. I didn't know where you were going with that. My bad. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. The habeas corpus, I think that habeas corpus is BS. It shouldn't even be allowed, to be honest. That's just me, but I'm just a bad guy. Protect the American flag, man. I believe it. I think that I don't know, man. It really undercuts a lot of freedoms for Americans. And I don't like to put any foreigner legal or visiting legally over any American life. That's just me. Habeas corpus is where they can challenge unlawful detention to the courts. I know, Trinity, but that's what I don't agree with it. If they find me at Walmart, I hope they're better be ready for it. It's the American way. Wild, wild west, baby. Anthony says, I lost my brother serving Marines for protecting that flag. And that's why I get upset, Anthony. That's why I get upset. It's that I see people that burn the American flag, and it's just, I don't know. This country is so special and people just take it for granted, man. I don't know. Maybe we just don't have enough people to care for the United States. I get a lot of compliments from a lot of people, and I think that it gives me hope. And I said this many times, guys, many times. I said it gives me hope that this country will be great again. We don't wear this hat as a slogan. We really want it to be great again. And as long as we have corrupted politicians like the Democrats that we have in office right now, it just won't be great yet. But once we clean up that, I think that we're going to be okay. I think that hopefully the next generation gets some sense knocked into them, and that we can have people to run for the Democratic Party to be real Democrats. It's not 6 rounds, fool, 12. But that's just one clip. But nice try. I mean, whatever. How many people are you going to bring in that I don't know? I will say this, man. Just because we have the right to bear arms, it doesn't mean that we're going to go shoot people around. I had 4 people at Walmart, all dressed in black like Antifa guys. They were starting to startle me. I was in a very dark place. Just lost my brother-in-law to fentanyl. I had my gun with me. But see, as an American patriot, we have to be responsible with our rights. It started with the freedom of speech. Second Amendment. Those are my most favorite because I feel that that's what gives people the most freedom. But I think that our founding fathers messed that up, and they should have included in the oath to honor, respect, and make others honor and respect our flag. So let me ask you this, Andrew, since you believe that is your right to burn the flag as a freedom of speech, have you ever made, as an American citizen, a pledged allegiance to the flag? And tell me again why your freedom of speech gives you the right to burn the American flag. I want you to look at your hypocrisy and why the American flag should never be used burning as a freedom of speech. Recite to me the pledge allegiance to the flag. You're not a real American patriot, bro. You're a disguised wolf in sheep clothing. I got no respect for that. No. You made a pledge allegiance to the flag that is not part of your freedom of speech. Again, you made a pledge. That's an oath. That's the allegiance that you give? You're going to burn your friends when you pledge allegiance to them? You're going to burn the American people when you pledge allegiance to them? Civics, basic civics. JD, what is the difference between jails and prisons? Jails are holding cells for temporary sentences. Prisons are more permanent, like the penitentiary. That's a prison. Right? I might be wrong. That's just what I think. I don't know. What progress does flag burning bring about? I believe nothing. It's like a child having a tantrum. It's totally pointless and disrespectful. I agree, Marvin. And I apologize, and I'm sorry that people do that to your flag, to our flag. YouTube must have deleted it because I don't see it. What was deleted, Trinity? I didn't see Michelle's comment. As I said, you made allegiance to the flag. You're burning it. That's not your freedom. That's a traitor move. And that's not a freedom of speech, is it? I mean, if you're saying I'm a traitor, okay, I'm with you. If you're burning the flag and you believe that's your right, you're believing that you're a traitor. And that's the message that you give when you burn the American flag. So yes, you have your freedom of speech, but if you burn the American flag, you're a traitor because you made allegiance to it. Oh man, you can't take that off, man. I love people debating me. They make me think more. I agree, Anthony, 100%, just like Trinity said. What was she saying? Do you remember? Something about a video you said? Bro, I don't have to change your opinion. What you can't do is change my opinion that you're a traitor. Michelle, what video are you trying to show? What are you talking about? That's why the habeas is so important, because if someone isn't found guilty, then they should be held longer than 48 hours. No, I think that if somebody's not if somebody's not found guilty, they're free to go, bro. And if they're illegal, they just get deported. A recent federal court ruling in Washington, D.C. has created a new legal interpretation that burning or desecrating the Israeli flag could be considered racial discrimination. Yes. It wasn't a video, it was a question. I retyped it. Did it still not show? I don't see it, Michelle. Oh, I see. Yeah, no, I don't know, man. JD, Interesting. So you're saying that's happening right now? So somebody was found not guilty? Are they like illegal or legal? Yeah, that's a little different. I will have to see. I have to see the whole context. Why the hell is cute little lamb number 3 in my fan list? She's not saying anything nice. My best fans are the haters. Oh, there was a word that showed up just as characters. I didn't see anything. Man, how bad is the bad word that you're trying to use? It's okay, Rush. Yeah, I hear you, JD. Thanks for the comments, brother. I like that. I would like to see the whole thing that you're talking about, so it makes sense to me. Look at cute. Look at cute. Did you just not hear what I said? I don't know. Maybe there's a delay from the time that I say it in the chat. I think maybe that might be a little disconnection. Because when I'm reading the comments, I read them live, but then by the time that I say something, it's probably past that time. I don't know if that's what's happening. All right, Trump good for business and the economic health of this nation. Marvin. Bruh, it looks like it. I don't know. It might be a telegram, brother. No mames. Most definitely Trump is good for business. And I think, see, if it wasn't because the last couple of decades we've been losing a lot of manufacturing jobs, I think Donald Trump's job will be a lot easier this time around. But what I really want you guys to understand is that the reason why he looks like such a bad guy, the reason why he wasn't able to do much. Imagine this. Imagine if we didn't put all those obstacles on his first term, how many things would have gotten done? And then we would have got him for the second term. Russia and Ukraine's war would have never happened. This is a fact. This is true. How do I know? Because that's what Putin said. Not that I trust his word, but I know the look on his face when he saw the B-2 bomber up there in the air with those 4 fighting jets. Let's see. DT does not respect the law, Constitution, or Scripture. If you do, how can you support him? Yeah. So I'm not sure what word you were typing there, sis. You're very ignorant, dude, says Oscar Hernandez. I knew an Oscar Hernandez. He was very illiterate. But this one seems to know how to write some stuff. And you are just like a hitman who only knows how to use weapons, and that's all. Yeah, because that's what we're doing in this live chat. Edward, tariffs, lower energy prices, lower taxes will bring manufacturing back to the U.S. I believe it. You know what I'm missing? Alberta. That's what I'm missing on this country. We won Alberta over here, Saskatchewan. What's the next one to it? BC. Also, come on to the United States. Be part of the greatest country in the world. Those two provinces have so much to bring to the United States of America, and I just believe that it will make America even greater. And I'll say what? All these people that are in here just hating our country, they can go to Ottawa. Go to Canada. They love people like you over there. And bring those conservatives down here. The conservatives are the ones that like to work hard for their money. They don't blame the rich people for not having enough money for themselves. You know what they do? They get up and go to work. And they get their money. They don't care about having lavish lives like a lot of dreamers have. They just want to be a roof over their head, have some food for their families. Best treasure a man can have is a wife and kids next to him. Not the Eastern Canada. I agree. We don't want that crap. Manitoba. I heard about Manitoba, but I mean, let's be honest, guys. They're not going to do it. I wish that they would. We don't want Ontario or Quebec for sure, and Ottawa can stay right where it is. But there is a lot of, there's a lot of Canadians that act more like Americans. One of them actually even said, "Let's make Canada great again." You know what I mean? That's how American they sounded. Edwin Hernandez wants to be self-deport. They said we shouldn't protect some European countries that do business with our enemies. Well, Anthony, what I think about the business, of course we have enemies, but we don't want to call them enemies. You heard the phrase, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. That's what that is. And I think that having some good relationship with our enemies is what keeps peace alive. If you go around insulting people, for example, if you insult me, I try to be in my good behavior and I try to say as much good things as I can. But you see my reaction, and this is where I fail sometimes, right? Because people trigger me with stupidity. And that's okay. I mean, I want people to talk and say things, right? But when I am 100% for this nation, for our American citizens, for this country, when I am trying to bring respect to our nation, to respect our flag, and I get this negativity that is, there's no room. I mean, for what? Just to argument? I mean, I don't understand what the whole goal of that was, except that you prove to me, Andrew, that you're not an American, that you're a traitor. You make a pledge allegiance to the flag and then you're burning it. I don't understand. So with that being said, I think I didn't appreciate that. I think that what you think are rights, it's actually a hateful crime, and that is not protected under freedom of speech. But that's just what I think. So I'm glad that they did an executive order, 1 year in jail. I think that if you, tell Denise to get ready. I'm about to close it out. No, I just told you that is not the law. You misinterpret the law like many other people do. That's not a freedom. That's not a freedom of speech. I mean, it is, but it's implicated that you're a traitor and you should be treated as such. Nichelle, you're back on the flag thing again? Sorry, Nichelle. I should just ignore his comments. Dennis, check each state governor has ordered a state of emergency right now. Are you serious? Let's see. The only time they did that, bro, was to lock us down for COVID. That's the last time I remember, but I don't see it here. Governors typically have the power to declare states of emergency to address natural disasters, civil unrest, or other crises, which allows them to activate specific authorities and resources not normally available. And I think that's the same thing that goes with the president, right? All states have established legal mechanisms for the governors. Purpose, temporary nature, current. Yeah. I think if the National Guard is working in DC, I don't see why other cities that are, that have a lot of criminality, don't use them. But that's just what I think, I will say, guys, since we're getting really down at the end of this chat today, I appreciate all my American patriots, all my Latinos for Trump, every migrant that has naturalized, that has a green card now, but will become an American citizen. Do it. Become an American citizen because you love this country, because you love the people, because you believe that this is the greatest country in the world. And I think that you are going to be one of the greatest patriots in America if you become a citizen with that in your heart. And I mean that 100%. some of the ungrateful, entitled Americans that are born in this country, they think it's okay to do things that are disrespectful, that are hateful, because it's their given right. But a true patriot, a true American citizen, knows that even if it's their right to speak and say whatever they want, sometimes they hold their tongue so as to avoid chaos and destruction. A lot of people that say is their freedom of speech, they get this close to an officer of the law, yelling, cursing at them, disrespecting them, and in so doing, disrespecting themselves and their country. And they say it's my freedom of speech. They make an excuse for their bad behavior. But let me tell you something. I can go drink alcohol whenever I want and become a drunk every day of my life. But I know that doesn't benefit me or this country. Therefore, I don't do it. I can go sleep with whatever woman I want in this world. But because I'm married, I don't do it. Even though I can. Even though I can go do whatever I want on this life. If I know that it's going to cause harm and pain to somebody, I don't do it. You're hearing a naturalized American citizen being more patriotic and responsible than you with your freedoms, telling you that it's a hateful thing to do, to burn the American flag, and the only thing you can say is my freedom of speech. You have to have responsibility. You heard the saying from the movies, with great power comes great responsibility. And that is true. Being a patriot American means that you're going to respect other people around you. And the fact that you wanted to bring this up just to make a point that is a right of speech, a freedom of speech, I don't think this is the place to do that. If you didn't believe that it was okay to burn the flag, shouldn't have brought it up in the first place. You want to help this country, bring more positivity to it. How did you kill that I was over here speaking so great of our military, speaking so great of destroying criminals, speaking so great of defending, honoring, and respecting this country and its citizens? You came and destroyed something that was so positive, word of hope and wisdom for the American patriots of this country, and you decided to turn it into a show, an argument about useless talk. That's a problem in America. But you know what the good news is? That we can learn from our mistakes. And I hope that the next time that we talk, and you are in this live chat with the rest of these patriots that want to make America great again, I hope that you act as the patriot that you say you are. Okay? So that's my word for you. I know, Tiara. See, even Tiara says that, that she's surprised that you didn't get banned. Okay? But Andrew, you are welcome anytime, man. I'm just saying, the next time, let's just be more productive. And what I want from you is give me ideas how we can be better patriots to the United States of America and its people. All right? That's what I'm looking forward to. Trina says that, Edward, the left doesn't truly care about the environment. Yeah, they don't. They think they do when Trump wants to deregulate, but they'll burn. Yeah, they burn Teslas, yeah, flags, dumpsters, etc., while screaming about the environment. That is true, and that's very sad. Thanks for pointing that out, Trinity. JD, relax, Cesar Chavez. Hey, you liked that speech, didn't you? Ya sé, carnal. And Anthony, I'm sorry for your loss. Salute to your brother, and thank you for his service. Thank you, Precious. Amen. I also agree with that statement 100%. I love America, says Anthony, and I believe it's the greatest nation in the world. I lost my brother protecting this flag. And let me tell you something, Anthony. It is why I have to say something about this country because I recognize the sacrifice that many have done that we didn't get a chance to do or haven't done. People that have died, they only get one shot. And once they're dead, all they have left was the hope that when they died for a cause, a righteous cause. And that is the freedom of this country. But when people use those freedoms to cause harm to others and destroy our land, destroy our landmarks, statues of historical value, when they desecrate our flag, our monuments, it's shame. It disrespects, it dishonors all of our fallen heroes. And your brother's one of them. I lost a cousin. He was in the army. He didn't die in combat. He got ran over by a drunk driver. But nonetheless, he served this country with great pride. And he made all of us very proud. His grandma, even though he's passed away over a decade and a half ago, she still doesn't let go. So, you know, I know where you're at, brother. And for that, I respect that flag even more. Just for you, Anthony, and your family. May God protect you. May God continue to strengthen you, bring you peace in your home, and may you continue to be an honor to your brother. God bless his soul. And God bless you and your family, brother. Forget about it, Andrew. There are some things that I think sometimes we should be punished for doing. That's all. I think people need some discipline. And I mean, if you rather beat somebody up than to send them to jail, that's okay. That's also what you can do. But then you go to jail for like 5 to 10 years. So what do you want? Let's see. We are manipulated like pawns. I agree with that to some extent. I am nobody's perra. Our troops are heroes. Amen. 100%. Ronald, much love to you and respect. Anthony, my parents are at peace. Thank you, Dennis. Keep fighting. Absolutely. Much love for you and your family, brother. Trinity, thank you so much for moderating. You're the best. JD, thanks for your smart-ass comments. No habeas corpus for you. Go spend some nights in prison. Son bromas, carnal. No bromas. Just joking. Edward says, Robert, within reason, inciting a riot is considered illegal and against the law. Yeah, and people can lose their green cards and citizenship if they're naturalized up to 10 years. After that, I think they're forgiven. Unless they join a terrorist group, they can still lose their citizenship. Tiata says, Donald Trump's own public statements, he misses his older brother, Fred Jr., due to a deep regret over pressuring him to join the family real estate business instead of pursuing his dream of airline pilot. Man, yeah, man, that's you. It's so hard to get. Yeah, it's so hard to let go of those things. JD, do we own anything? No. How can we own anything we didn't create? Well, that's true. We'll never will, but technically, we are renting everything we have because when we die, we can't take anything to heaven. Hopefully, we're going to heaven. JD said he's been there. Thank you, Trinity. I know. My brother from another mother, she says. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah. Thank you, guys. God bless you. Thank you for the chat today. We'll do it again tomorrow. JD, bring something important, man. Stop talking about habeas corpus too much. All right, much love to you, brother. You guys stay strong, okay? Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you tomorrow. God willing. God bless you all.